what I'm going to do now quickly is take you into the back of your WordPress blog and talk you through some of the settings and how to start setting your blog up. Okay, we're not going to add any content yet. We're just going to do a few quick changes to make it a lot more appealing to Google and a lot more likely to get ranked. Okay, it's just basic housekeeping. Okay, so you need to log into your WordPress site. So in the top here, look, just type in /WP admin, WordPress admin, that means. Click enter, and you'll be in the back of your site there. So I've already logged in. You'll probably see your username and password box. Drop that in, click OK, and you'll be in and you'll see this screen. And you remember it's the username and password we set up when we installed WordPress in the first place. Okay. So I've already done a lot of the changes in here, but I'll just go through these now. On the navigation at the side here now, look, the first thing I want you to do is click on settings, scroll down here, and you've got something called permalinks. Okay, click on that. Now it's a very short page. I'm not going to go into an in-depth explanation about what it's all about, but it's just to do with the actual post names and how they appear in the URL box at the top. Okay, so all you need to know is when you come in, it will be set on default and this box will be empty. What I want you to do is click on custom structure and then type this in. Okay, /% postname %. Type that in. Once you've done that, save changes, and that's one of the little jobs finished already. Okay. Right, so now that bit's done, the next thing we're going to do is go back to the navigation menu, settings, click on general, and you'll see this page. And as I say, I've already been over this and started to fill stuff in here, but what you'll have to do is fill in your blog title, which is the title of your site, which in my case is Relief for Stress. The tagline is what appears in the headline of your blog under your title. So if it was BMW, for example, the tagline might be the ultimate driving machine, that kind of thing. So it's really just a statement about your blog. I've decided end your suffering today. Okay, so it's related. Okay, in here you may find it says HTTP/ and no www, so add the www. The email, I haven't put anyone in there at the moment, or any email in there at the moment. You can use the one that you normally use. You can always come back in and change that later, but just put a contactable email in there now, whatever it may be. Okay, so you scroll down, see the rest of the settings here. That's just about it for that page, so just click Save Changes at the bottom. Okay, always remember to click Save, okay? So that's that page done. So the next bit I want you to do is go to Navigation and Plugins, click on that. Now if you remember, we uploaded to our site all-in-one SEO pack and Google XML sitemaps, and when you come in here, I've already activated them here, but you'll just see a blue clickable link that says Activate. Click Activate for that one, click Activate for that one. And what that will do is switch the plugins on so they're ready to use. Okay, so that's all you have to do for the moment on that page. So we're moving along pretty well now. A few more bits to do. All-in-one SEO pack, that's activated, but there are some settings within that we need to change now. So navigation again, settings, scroll down into the box, all-in-one SEO. You can see there's a link there to click there. So click on that. And this will bring you to the page where we set this plugin up. So don't worry about all this. This will already be in there. You don't have to type all that in, but there's bits up here that we can do. Okay. So as I say, I've already filled mine in just to make it a bit quicker to go through it and explain it. So if you get to that page, and what I'm also going to do, it asks for keywords here. So very quickly, I'm just going to go over finding all of these other keywords. That's our main keyword, remember. So I'm going to go back over the process that we did before, and I'm going to go over the process of how to find your other keywords and how to put them in here. Okay, so let's do that now. Okay, so what I want you to do, I've already got this open here. Go back to Google AdWords keyword tool, which you should be familiar with by now. And again, if you can't remember it, just type in Google Keyword AdWords tool into Google. It's normally the first one on the list. Put your main keyword in the box. because we know our keyword now. Click Get Keyword Ideas. And then I'm just going to show you how I've looked through these and picked some keywords, which I've already done, but I'll show you how I went through the process. I'll try to explain it as I go along. So as I said before, what happens is the main keyword for the site is really for stress, but you will need other related keywords. Okay? So as we discussed before, this is an absolutely amazing tool, and you do have to get used to using this regularly. It's priceless. So once I've typed the main keyword in, which I've done here, and clicked Get Keyword Ideas, all of these are classed as additional keywords to be considered by Google. Okay? So if it's looking at a site based around relief for stress or stress itself, if you use these keywords, these are effectively other keywords that Google is likely to want to see based on the content that's on your site. Okay, so it's not just it's no good just using the one keyword, just typing that in and not using any other keywords on your post or your articles, etc. So what you've got to do is let Google help you, and you've got to show it what it wants to see. But what you've also got to remember is it's got to appear natural to visitors, because you can't just stuff these words into your text and then be irrelevant, because Google won't thank you for that, and visitors won't be able to sort of make sense of that or read that. Okay. So what we've got to do is pick between, say, for argument's sake, 5 or 10 of these keywords. We're not going to pick all of them, but we're going to pick some key ones out. So what I've done here already, you can see, is to pick my keywords out. I think I've got 10 in there, and all of these I've picked from this list that you see here, which was based upon the primary keyword of mine. Okay. And what we're going to do, we're going to use them as additional keywords setting up WordPress. Okay. But we're also going to weave these throughout the posts on the blog that we're going to create as well, so Google sort of finds them and indexes them on those. Okay, so what you need to look for is keywords along here that you're likely to use in a natural way in the text on your website, in the posts on your blog. Stress reliefs, you know, to reduce stress, things like that. So in a sentence, for example, you could have in a sentence, here are some great techniques to reduce stress. You know, relieving stress, not bad. So basically all you're doing is looking for keywords that you can find and that you can use within the text on your blog. Stress related, relaxation techniques is another good one. Okay, here we are. To reduce stress, relieving stress, remedy for stress, stress can, for example, the way we can use this, we can put things like stress can badly affect your health, that kind of thing. So we can add that in there. Coping with stress, you can see all of those there, and those are words and phrases that I can naturally use in the post on my blog or the text on my site. Okay, that's what you've got to keep in mind for your keywords as well. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick 3 of these to use on my blog in here, which I have done. So I always put my main keyword in as the first one, separated by comma, so comma space, then I've put tips for stress release, stress relaxation techniques, and stress management. So we'll be using those keywords in our post, as we said. Okay. Okay, so if we go back here, you can do the same kind of thing with yours. Home description. Now, this description is what will be seen next to your link in the search engine. So it's what it will encourage people to click through to your page. Okay, so I'm trying to build this quickly. I've not spent sort of a huge amount of time on this, but I've done this ahead of time here. But basically, it's what people will want to see if they're suffering from stress, and it will encourage them to click through. So if you're looking for ways to reduce stress, you'll find lots of fast and effective solutions here. Don't suffer any longer. Relief for stress has all the help you need. And I use the main keyword there and there. Make sure you capitalise that. But also in here, I've used ways to reduce stress, which is another one of my long tail keywords. And I've put in here some more fast and effective solutions. So they might look at that and they think, well, yeah, okay, that looks like what I'm looking for. So that will encourage them to click through. And you can do that for your site, whatever yours is on. Maybe it's on golf, and you're looking to give people golf tips. But make sure you put your main keyword in there, but put other keyword phrases and words in there. Okay, it's absolutely critical you get used to doing that. So we've got the home title, we've got the home description, we've got the keywords. All of these we can leave as they are. The only thing I'd want to change is when you come down here to auto-generate descriptions, which is all about generating the posts which we're going to use in the SEO plugin, which we're going to get to. That's normally ticked, so just untick that box. Okay, so once you've got all that and you're happy with that, you click Update Options, and that will save the page. Okay, that looks good. And what you should do, like I suggested before, have a file or a document within that file with all of the downloads for your site, but put all of the details on your site on here, because everything's in one place. And if something happens to your site, which doesn't happen very often, but if you lose this information, it's going to take so much time to go back and do it all again, and especially if you've already taken the time to do this properly. So I've picked those, all my main keywords and all of my main data is on there. Okay, that's great. Okay, now if you're doing this and you want to see how it affects your site and what your site looks like on the outside, you just click on here and you can see here that it's edited your site. I've not altered any of these yet. And then go back, which takes you back to the admin, so you don't have to go back out. Sometimes it might time out, you might have to put your password back in, but basically it just makes it easier to check. Maybe you sort of put a blog post on there and then you want to go back onto your site and see how a visitor to your site would be able to read that. So it's a good way of flicking between the back office here and what the site actually looks like online. Okay, sorry about that, bit of a gremlin there. Okay, so basically that's everything we're going to do in this video. In the next few videos we're going to make a few other little changes, make sure everything's running okay, and then I'm going to start adding content. I'm going to go through that and all the different ways you can choose to find your content, what techniques you use to do that, what type of site it's going to be. It could be a review site, it could be your story on the site, or you just want to put your content on the site. So I'm going to stop the video now, but I'll see you in the next video and we'll carry on from there.